The Girl Who Learned to Stop Thinking. In a busy city where the streets were always crowded and the noise never stopped, there lived a young woman named Priya. She was 23 years old, intelligent and ambitious, but there was one thing that had become her constant companion. Her mind never stopped, not even for a moment. Priya would wake up in the morning and her mind would immediately fill with thoughts. Did I make a mistake at work yesterday? What will my boss think of my project? Will I ever find someone who loves me? What if I'm not good enough? Am I wasting my life? What if my parents are disappointed in me? These thoughts came one after another like an endless stream that would not stop. She would try to sleep at night, but her mind would keep working, analyzing, worrying, planning. Sleep became difficult. Peace became a memory. She would sit with her friends but couldn't enjoy their company because her mind was always somewhere else. During conversations, she would think, did I say something wrong? Are they judging me? Do they really like me? When she accomplished something, she wouldn't feel happy because immediately her mind would say, yes, but what about the next thing? What if you fail next time? Her mind was like a storm that never calmed, like a radio that played the same worried song over and over. Priya went to doctors. They gave her medicine. She tried meditation apps, breathing exercises, and journals. Nothing worked for long. The thoughts always came back, stronger than before. The exhaustion of constantly thinking was draining her life force. She felt trapped in her own mind, like a prisoner in a cell made of her own thoughts. One day, in a moment of desperation, Priya told her grandmother about her suffering. Her grandmother, who was 78 years old, listened carefully and then said something unexpected. Beta, I know someone. An old teacher who lives in the hills near the old temple. He used to be a Buddhist monk. He left the monastery 20 years ago, but he understands minds like yours. Go to him. Tell him what you told me. Priya didn't have much hope, but she had nothing to lose. She took a train to the foothills and then walked for many hours up a narrow path surrounded by trees and mountains. Her legs were tired, but her mind was busy with thoughts. What if this is a waste of time? What if he can't help me? What if I'm too broken to be fixed? Finally, as the sun was setting, she reached a small cottage surrounded by a garden. An old man with gray hair and kind eyes was sitting on a bench watching the mountains. I was expecting you, he said with a gentle smile. Your grandmother called me. Priya sat down and told him everything. She spoke about the endless thoughts, the anxiety, the sleepless nights, the exhaustion. The old man listened without interrupting. When she finished, he said, "Come back tomorrow morning. We will work on this together." The next morning, Priya arrived early. The old man, whose name was Anand, took her to his small courtyard. In the courtyard, there was a large stone basin filled with water. He said, "Do you see this water?" Priya replied, "Yes." "Watch it carefully for 1 hour. Just watch. Don't think about what you see. Don't judge it. Don't interpret it. Just watch and come back and tell me what you learned." Priya thought this was strange. How would watching water help her overthinking? But she sat beside the basin and began to watch. At first, the surface of the water was still like glass. She could see the reflection of the sky, but then a leaf fell into it and ripples spread across the surface. She watched the ripples disappear. Then a bird came and drank from it. She watched. A cloud moved across the sky and the reflection changed. She watched. As she watched, something happened. She realized she was not thinking about her problems. She was just observing. When a thought came, "This is taking too long," or "Am I doing this right?" she noticed the thought like she noticed the ripples in the water. The thought came and then it went. Another thought came. It also went. She was watching her own mind like she was watching the water. An hour passed. It felt like only minutes. She came back to Anand and told her what happened. He smiled and said, "Do you understand now?" Priya said, "I'm not sure." Anand sat beside her and spoke gently. "Your thoughts are like the ripples in the water. They come and then they go. The problem is not that you think. The problem is that you believe you are your thoughts. You believe you must solve them, control them, stop them. But every time you fight a thought, you create more ripples. Do you understand?" Priya began to understand, but not completely. Anand continued, "The water doesn't suffer from the ripples. The ripples come and the water remains. When you just observe your thoughts without fighting them, without judging them, something changes. The thought comes, you notice it, and then it leaves. Your job is not to control the thoughts. Your job is to learn to be like the water, to let thoughts come and go without being disturbed by them." "But how?" Priya asked. "How do I just watch my thoughts without trying to fix them?" Anand said, "Come back tomorrow." For the next 7 days, Anand gave Priya different tasks. One day, he told her to watch clouds passing in the sky for an hour. Another day, to watch birds coming to his garden. Another day, to listen to the wind without thinking about what it meant. Each time, she discovered the same thing. When she simply observed without judgment, her mind became quiet. Thoughts came, but they didn't trap her. They were like clouds passing through the sky, noticed but not held on to. On the 8th day, Anand asked, "What do you understand now?" Priya said, "I understand that my overthinking is not the problem. The problem is that I've been fighting my thoughts instead of just letting them be. When I try to stop thinking, I think about how to stop thinking. But when I just watch, when I observe without trying to change anything, something shifts. The thought is still there, but I'm not trapped by it anymore." Anand nodded slowly. "That is the beginning of wisdom. Your mind will still have thoughts, maybe many thoughts, but you are not your thoughts. You are the space in which thoughts appear. Like the sky is not the clouds. The sky remains whether there are clouds or not. You remain whether there are thoughts or not." Priya returned to the city. And yes, her mind still had thoughts, but something had changed. Now, when a worried thought came, she could notice it like she was noticing a cloud. There is a thought about making a mistake. It came and went. She didn't have to solve it. She didn't have to change it. She didn't have to believe it. It was just a thought moving through her mind. Days passed, then weeks. The thoughts didn't disappear, but they no longer controlled her. She could sleep better. She could be present with her friends. She could enjoy her accomplishments without immediately worrying about the next thing. Her life didn't change on the outside, but inside something had shifted. She had found what no medicine or app could give her. She had found peace not by stopping her thoughts, but by understanding that she was not her thoughts. Sometimes on difficult days, when old patterns returned, Priya would remember Anand's words. She would look at a cloud passing across the sky or watch ripples in a pool of water, and she would remember, "I am the sky. The thoughts are just clouds. Let them pass." And in that remembering, she found her peace. If this story resonated with you, remember that your thoughts are not your enemy. They are just thoughts. You are the awareness behind them. Share this story with someone who overthinks, and don't forget to subscribe for more stories that touch the heart and teach the soul.